Okay, in this tutorial I want to show you how we can obtain images that are on the internet or that are online that we can download to our computers and use for different sources such as sending an email or as an attachment on email, maybe uploading it to a website like eBay or making a Christmas list. Whatever it is that we want to do, we can snag images online, whether it be like grab maybe an idea for a home's good, or maybe some decorated to decorate a wall or whatever in your home. You can snag an image online to just keep track of what it looks like and use for your personal use. Now today I'm going to show you how we do this, and I'm going to be using the Google Chrome browser. So if you don't have the Google Chrome browser downloaded, I will include a link in the description on my video on how to download Google Chrome, which I do highly recommend over any other browser. Also, again, we are going to be watching this on YouTube, so if you want to make this screen bigger or larger, so it fits your full screen, at the bottom right hand corner of your screen or the video, there should be some options to make it full screen. So again, I do recommend that, and then again, I will include the link in the description on how to download Google Chrome. Just so you're aware, let me go ahead and pull up Google Chrome here. Just so you're aware, there are some other web browsers you can use, such as like Microsoft Edge, which is on a PC. I'm using a Mac computer. There's also on Mac computers, they have Safari, and then there's also another popular browser called Firefox. Now every browser is different in the location and where downloads go, so depending on your browser you will see different areas in which we can get the item or image downloaded off of the internet for you to view. So let's go ahead and dive right into this. Now first things first is, let's say we are going, or we are doing like the retail strategy, and we're taking an item on, let's say walmart.com, okay, and we want to place that on eBay or whatever it is that we might want to do, or create a Christmas list and send an image to someone like, hey, is this the right item that you want for Christmas, or whatever it might be. So we want to be able to snag images that are online, but the purpose that I want to show you, or how we do this, is we want to find whatever image that we can just going by a Google search. So in my first tab here, I'm just at google.com, as you can tell there in the address bar, and I'm at Google. Okay, so I can view my Google search, and let's say there's a camping tent I want to snag online, okay, and snag the image, but I need a larger image. So I'm going to show you how, number one, how we can find the image that we're looking for, as well as making sure it's the right pixels or the right size for whatever it is that you are doing. Like on eBay, you have to have at least 500 pixels on one side. I'll show you how we can verify that and make sure we obtain that exact image. So let's go ahead and do that. So let's say, like I was saying before, let's say camping tents. So let's search that. Now obviously you're going to get a bunch of results. You got some images here, okay, but the Google search engine actually gives you an option just below the search bar here. You're going to see some options we can use. So you have all, shopping, images, videos, news, more, etc. But for this, or what we're doing, is we're going to be clicking on images. So let's click on images, and this is where it gets a little tricky, okay. So for an example, you'll see right here these top ones have some prices attached to them. So Cabela's, this one's $1,249. This one's JCPenney, Walmart, Cabela's. But if you'll notice up here, these are sponsored, okay. So we actually can't take those. Those are being pulled from those sites, so we can't snag those. Those aren't on Google, okay. But what we need to do is, if we need a larger image, okay, we have to filter our search. Okay, so whatever it is that you're searching, or that you need to snag, this is where you'll plug it in. Okay, I just did camping tents as an example. Maybe yours is, toddler bike or handbag purses or whatever it might be. Okay, we would want to be, the more specific the better, but for this example here, I'm just going to do camping tents. Now, this is how we filter it. So again, right here where images is, okay, we need to go over here to search tools. Now from search tools, another drop down box is going to come up and you're going to see size, color, type, time, usage rights, and more tools. Now what we need to do is do size, and we're going to select large. Okay, now your page is going to refresh. It's now going to show different styles of images because it's only showing us the larger images. Now what we can do, again, we're going to stay away from these that are sponsored, okay, the ones with the prices underneath. So we're going to bypass those, but we're now going to go through and find whichever image that we need to snag, okay, whether it be put up on eBay or again, create a Christmas list or just email it to a friend, whatever it is we're using it for. Okay, so the nice thing about Google, okay, is Google gives you an idea of how big it is, okay, and where it's coming from. Okay, so this one, as you can tell when I hover over it, I didn't click on anything, but when you hover over it, it's 3543 by 2362. That's pretty large. That's a large image. And again, that's in pixels, so that's how many little square dots there are within this image. Okay, 500 by 500 is fairly decent size image, and we're talking 3000 by 2000 and greater for this specific image. Now, that's not this image though. This is still a thumbnail image. Okay, so what we need to do is select it. So we'll left click on that, and then you'll have what's called a pop out feature where it's going to show a little larger image style, but again, we're still not at that size of the 3543 by 2362. Okay, this is just showing a featured or pop out feature of this image here. Okay, now what we need to do is to the right hand side you'll see some options. So you can visit the page, which is where it's pulling the source from is camping-gear-outlet.com, and it's also you can do view image or just share it straight from here. What we're going to do is we're going to do the view image so we can actually capture the full size of this image. So we're going to do view image, we're going to do view image, and now you're going to see this whole tent here, okay, of just this tent and nothing else. There's no links, there's no other pages or images you can look at. Now this is the actual size of the image. So from this point what we're going to do is we're going to put our cursor on the image itself, and then we're going to right click. So if you're on a PC, same thing, right click. Mac, if you have the secondary click enabled, go ahead and right click on that, and then we're going to do save image as. Okay, and it's going to ask, the computer's now asking me, okay, well, where do you want to save it to? I personally like to save it to the desktop just in case, and it reminds me to delete it when I don't need it anymore. You can even rename it from here. So let's do test camping tent, so I know what what the name is what it is. So we'll go ahead and save it. Looks like there's some other options where you can do all files. That captures like the HTML and different things, but we don't necessarily want to do that. If possible, a JPEG is just fine for whatever it is we're doing. So we'll go ahead and save that. Now again, on Google Chrome, you'll see that it's downloaded right here. Okay, so it's now downloaded. You'll see a little status bar going in a circle. If it's not completed, it will still continue to count. Let's see, so Firefox, their download, when you right click and save image as, their downloads up here in the right hand corner. Okay, and then if you have Safari's the same thing up here in the right hand corner, and then Microsoft Edge, I believe, is down the middle of the page, right here in the center. So that's where they will go. Now if we'll notice, I'll just switch over, or we'll look at my desktop here. you'll notice that on my desktop, there it is. Okay, camping tent, or excuse me, test camping tent.jpg or jpeg.com, and it's there. Okay, so now I have this image. It's on my computer. Okay, so going back to Google Chrome again, I just did a separate link there, or separate desktop, so you can view that. But if you minimize your screen, should be on your desktop. Okay. Now, sometimes when you save the image, it might take it to like a pictures folder or images folder. So if you need to find it, okay, or let's say we just don't know where it downloaded to, a little trick you can use is if you click on this little arrow right here, click on this little arrow and do open, or on a Mac, it should say show in Finder. On a PC, it will say show in folder. So if you do show in Finder, it'll show you right where it is. So it's my desktop, and that's what's on my desktop. I don't have anything else on my desktop, so it's just showing there. So again, if you don't know where it's going to, just again hit this little button and do show in Finder or show in folder on a PC, and it will show you exactly where it is. Now you can take that image, okay, and place it anywhere you wish on, again, on an email, on your eBay account, on a eBay, Facebook, if you want to share it, whatever it is you want to use it for. And again, we want to take those procedures of not just selecting it, okay, from here, from the Google search results, but we want to filter it. So remember the search tools, and then we want to select large, find whichever image it is. If we can't find one, or if we can't find the image that you're looking for, maybe refine what you've searched. Don't use any of these that have the prices underneath it. Then remember, we'll select it. So click on it, you got the pop-out feature, and then we do view image. And then it will show the actual image, and that's its current size, and that shows the actual size of it. Then you would right click and save image as and download it. So that's how you do it. That's how you download an image off of the internet that you can use. Now again, sometimes there are images that are copywritten, so don't try and sell the image or use it for personal gain, I guess. But in this circumstances, usually you're okay. If someone has a fit about it, you know, they'll usually contact you. Just take it down wherever it is. You should be good. So just make sure of that, and there, good. And if you have any questions, be sure to let me know. Again, thank you, and if you have any other questions, let me know. Thank you. Have a great day. Bye.